Hi again, welcome back to my channel where we are always learning more about game development. So if you're curious about game development or if you want to learn how to game dev, you are in the right place. A few days ago I showed you how I added controller supports to my portfolio game. And if you're here for the first time, this portfolio project is basically me trying to use all my game dev skills to create a child of GTA San Andreas, Half-Life, The Sims and who knows what else. And if you don't know, the tool I use to create games is Unity, and if you want to learn how to use it, I have plenty of courses available from beginners to more advanced developers. Anyway, last time I gave a step-by-step on how to port your game to a different controllers and also mentioned that I added vehicles. Even though I haven't fully finished the vehicles yet, we already have something fun enough to enrich the gameplay experience. Now, for this video, the GTA San Andreas nostalgia hit me really hard, and I ended up watching some gameplays. And I know, as I've mentioned before, watching games is a powerful way to get ideas as a game developer. And well, it happened again. By watching some GTA SA, I noticed that I could bring a similar cutscene-like system to my own project. I'm talking about those classic red circles on the ground. When you stepped into them, you knew a piece of story was about to unfold. And probably a new quest too.
Yo, bro.
Hey, slow down, fool. You don't even know which store it is.
Whatever, man. This it.
Speaking about it now, it might sound like I did everything step by step from start to finish perfectly. But keep in mind that all of this happened through trial and error, doing things, realizing it wasn't the best approach, going back, deleting code, discussing design with ML agents, and so on, until I found something that actually fit. Previously, to implement the cars, I had created an interactable interface. For the non-programmers out there, I basically created the concept of an interactable in the game. Initially, I thought making a cutscene would just mean turning characters into interactables and interacting with them would play the cutscene. Well, I quickly found out that wasn't a good approach. A better approach was to create a cutscene trigger in the game. When the player walks through that trigger, we handle all the cutscene's logic there. This way, I don't have to bloat the character's code with cutscene specific stuff. The cutscene points to the character, not the other way around. So I created the trigger and the next step was to play the cutscene itself. I had already spent some time before studying cutscenes and cinematography, and now was the perfect time to apply it. But I needed a story to tell, right? And this is a sensitive subject. All my life I learned how to create code and somehow convinced myself that the better my code was, the better my games would be. But that's just not true. Over the years, I've noticed that the games that gave me the best experience are composed of three elements: a place or a world, a story, and mechanics. Of course, you can create games focused entirely on mechanics, but there's a huge chance you're just creating what feels more like a minigame. To be honest, if you can tell a really good story in an interesting world, this is way more valuable than the mechanics, at least to me. Okay, so this was supposed to be a portfolio project, right? And initially I had no idea what the story for this specific project would be. But I definitely had my own Half-Life style story written down. And since I know I won't ever be able to execute it without a full team, I decided to bring some of that lore into my portfolio game. So what do we actually have in our cutscene? It's simple. The player starts without a phone. The neighbor talks to him, asking if he's still looking for it, and mentions that Oliver found a phone in his house and that we should go check it out. But, and this is important, she, Charlotte, mentions a strange sound that kept her awake last night. You, the player, know nothing about it and simply say goodbye. At this point, the cutscene ends and we have a perfect hook for our first quest. And that's what I did. I created a timeline, added the characters, set up some animation for each one, and of course I needed some kind of text-based dialogue system. I implemented the same system I used in my previous cutscene project, and it worked well. Actually, the complete lack of audio didn't feel that great, so I decided to use ElevenLabs to add some voiceover, and it improved the vibe a lot. Of course, it's not even close to a professional voice acting result, but I think it's good enough for a portfolio project. And now let's see the final result.
Hey Mark, are you still looking for your phone?
Yes, I have no idea where it is.
Oliver just texted me saying he found a phone in his house but did not know from who because it was locked. I am pretty sure it is yours, you should check. By the way, did you hear that bizarre sound last night? It kept me awake for hours.
Sure, thank you, Charlotte. Wait, a what sound? No, I didn't hear anything. I'll head to Oliver's now. Thank you.
And here we have it. What are the next steps? Well, I'm working on adding some kind of first mission right after the cutscene, but that's it for now.
If you really want to dive deeper into game development, I strongly suggest you take a look at my work. I have excellent courses for both beginners and advanced developers. With over a decade of experience in Unity, I am pretty sure you will find an interesting project on my Udemy page, packed with clear, simple, and thoughtful explanations and analogies. And of course, I also provide one-to-one lessons that you can easily find on my LinkedIn page. Thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to boost this channel and receive more and more quality content.